Hey guys, and welcome to the first episode of Ask Mr. Kirkland. This is where I take time to answer your questions that you submitted to me throughout this past week. Now, I only had a few questions sent to me, so make sure you're getting your questions in. Now, if you don't remember how to do that, here's how. If you're in one of my classes, it's all set up on Google Classroom. All you have to do is, again, go to Google Classroom, click on the Ask Mr. Kirkland topic. When you click on that, it'll give you some instructions. It'll also give you example files on questions to ask me, just general questions, or even would you rather questions. And then underneath that, I believe it says view material. You just click on that, and then a box will open up. It said add a comment. Just type in your question in that comment box. That's all you have to do. I'll see them there. I think some of you might have gotten confused how to submit them before. I think this would be a little bit easier. Now, if you're not in one of my classes, make sure you just email them to me. You can find my email address at our school Facebook page or on our school website. Either one of those places will have it. So let's go ahead and get into our questions. Our first question comes from Felicity. And Felicity asked me, have I read the Beezus and Ramona books, and could I read them on Storytime? Well, to answer your first part, I'm sorry, Felicity, I have not read those. Now, I've heard they're really good stories. A lot of people really like them. I'm sure they're great. I've never read them. Now, could I read them on Storytime? It's a possibility. Can't guarantee it. Right now, I am reading a short story a day, or most days, and then I'm also reading a chapter out of a chapter book each day. Actually, I'm putting 2 chapters a day on there, but I'm making them separate, so you don't have to watch both in one day if you don't want to. But right now, that chapter book is Treasure Island. That's a book that we're supposed to be getting into when we get back to school, so I just kind of want to go ahead and introduce that one to you because it is more of a complex text, so it just kind of gives you an intro to that. So, might get into Beezus and Ramona, not sure. I'd first have to find a copy. I might have 1 or 2 in my library at school. I'd have to check. I'm not sure. And then she also wanted me to let Miss Jago know about these books and let her know that they're good. Well, I believe Miss Jago already responded. She said she loves these books. Her and her daughter have read them, and they really like them. So thank you, Felicity, for your question, and please feel free to ask me another question next week. Now, our next question comes from Chevelle. And Chevelle is asking me a would you rather question. Now, she asks, would I rather have wings but can't fly, or have gills but can't swim? I had to think about this one for a second. So first, would I rather have wings but can't fly? So basically, I'm kind of walking around like a penguin, because penguin has short little wings but can't fly. But if I have wings, do I have my hands? Can I still do things? You know, that'd be kind of hard for me to do things. I think I would look weirder than I already do, just with wings, just kind of flapping around and not doing anything. And then I was thinking about the other one. Well, I have gills but can't swim. So gills, I would imagine, would probably be maybe right here or something or somewhere. I don't know. Probably very hard to see on somebody, so it wouldn't be an appearance difference much. You know, you'd probably be able to tell. But then I like to swim. But if I have gills and I can't swim, well, you know, I do like to go swimming. So, I don't know, I had to think about this one for a second, but I think if I'd have to choose, I'd rather have gills but can't swim, because I still have use of my hands, more than likely, and be able to do more normal day-to-day things than I could if I didn't have wings and I just couldn't do my normal stuff. Be hard making videos like this. Could you imagine me trying to push buttons with a feather? It wouldn't work. I wouldn't doubt it. So thank you, Chevelle. Great question. All right, so our next 4 questions. Wait, you heard me right. Not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 questions come from the same person. It's from one of my good friends down in 1st grade. These all come from Mrs. Chebney. So thank you, Mrs. Chebney, for submitting some questions. She submitted some good ones, so we'll see how this goes. So her first question is, if I were in the middle of a fight and had to choose to be on Iron Man or Captain America's team, which team would I join? Can I choose both, please? They're both great, right? You know, both great superheroes. You got all these Captain American fans. You got all these Iron Man fans. I'm going to make one group upset, you know. So, but I don't think Miss Chebney would let me get away with choosing both. So, I got to pick one. So, let's see here. You've got Iron Man. Cool suit. Love the suit. You can fly, do all these crazy things. Shoot these lightning bolt things out of his hands. I don't know what it's called or whatever, but does pretty cool things, right? But then you got Captain America, who's super strong. Takes on tons of enemies at one time by himself. Plus, he's got a really cool shield, right? Shield's pretty cool. So, I don't know. I gotta say one's just a little higher than the other. And I have to go with Iron Man. Just, he's got that cool suit. He can fly around, you know, makes him almost invincible. Even though Captain America's pretty invincible himself, you know. I don't know. Just something tells me Iron Man a little bit more. So, sorry for any Captain America fans upset. Sorry, but there you go. Alright, so Mrs. Chebney's second question is, if I could only eat one food for the rest of my life, what would it be? Ooh, I love food. Who doesn't, right? You know, love me some hamburgers or cheeseburgers and french fries. Love some steak. Steak and potatoes. Good stuff. Pizza. Who could forget about pizza? You know, you got chicken. You got barbecue chicken, grilled chicken, chicken nuggets, all those kind of things. Did I say pizza? I think I already said pizza. So, yeah, you know, pizza's up there with me then. Had pizza this morning for breakfast. Don't judge. You know, it was there. It's good. So there's a lot of good food out there, right? I do like vegetables, but, you know, let's see. If I had one thing, I'd say if it's one group, I'd probably choose fruit, but I don't think she'd let me get away with that because that's kind of like a food. That's kind of like a group. Fruits would be first, then vegetables probably because they keep you healthy. But if there's one food, I guess if I could eat for the rest of my life, I don't know. It'd be tough. I was thinking chicken because I like some chicken, but then I'm like, I've had chicken for a couple days in a row and I get kind of tired of it. Same with hamburgers, you know, I eat hamburgers a couple days in a row and get, so I don't know, I'd have to go with something, probably like a potato or something, because can't you do many different things with a potato, even though it's basically the same thing. You can have a baked potato, you can make chips from potatoes, you can make french fries, tater tots, so I'd have to go potatoes, you know, probably get sick of them after a while, but maybe that's a good choice. I don't know. I think if anybody ate one food for the rest of their life, they get tired of it eventually. So, another good question, Miss Chebney. She's got some good ones. So, let's see what our next question is. Alright, so Miss Chebney's third question is, would you rather be chased by sharks or lay in a hole with snakes? Does she know my fears or what, you know, because I don't like sharks, sorry, I like them from afar or on TV. I don't want to be face to face with a shark. Nope. Same thing with snakes, man. They just something creepy about snakes. They just kind of slither around. I've just never been a fan of snakes. Now, I'm going to choose one over the other because I see a loophole in this one. It doesn't say the snakes are poisonous, so I'm going to say the snakes are not poisonous. And I'm going to lay in a hole with non-poisonous snakes because even non-poisonous snakes just kind of give me the chills just thinking about it. Just, again, they're just kind of creepy, but, you know, I think I could survive snakes more than I could survive a shark. I don't know. Again, it's just another tough question, but if I was to choose one, I unfortunately would have to say lay in a hole with snakes. So, let's see what Miss Chebney's last question is. Alright, so for her last question, Miss Chebney asked me, if I won $10 million, yes, that's $10 million, what would I do with all that money? Think about it, guys. $10 million. That's a lot of money. Now, I would like to think I would do what most adults would do. Now, kids, not so much. Kids would buy a toy store like Toys R Us, if we still had Toys R Us around here, and just go nuts. You know, hey, if I was a kid, I'd do the same thing. But adults, you know, we're going to pay off our bills. We're going to make sure we don't have to pay a house note anymore or pay a car note or a vehicle note of some kind. You know, we make sure all that's taken care of. We make sure our families are taken care of, and that's exactly what I would do. Pay off all my debt, make sure I don't have a house note, a vehicle note, make sure my mom and dad are taken care of, make sure they don't need anything, they wouldn't need anything or want anything. Same with my sister and her family, they'd all be taken care of. And of course my kiddos would be taken care of as well. Now, would I buy something like $1 million home? I'd like to think I wouldn't, just because I know I don't need something that big, especially right now, just because it's me and my youngest kiddo, Abby. You know, we don't need all that room, so we wouldn't need that. But I mean, who's to say, you know, I win $10 million and be like, yeah, I want that house, you know, but I'd like to think I wouldn't. One thing I would do though, that I know I wouldn't need it, but darn it, I mean, a dream car of mine would be a Ferrari. I'd love to have a Ferrari, and that would be the only way I'd ever get one. So I would buy a Ferrari. I wouldn't need it. You know, I have a perfectly good vehicle right now. But, you know, it's just one of those things. You know, everybody has a dream. Somebody's dream could be to own $1 million house. And that's cool. That's their dream, you know. You have that money. Use it for your dreams. That's kind of what it's there for. Now, other than those basic things, like I said, that most people would do, I'd like to give back to the community, of course. I love our community. I've lived in our community my whole life, except for a couple months when I first went off to college a long time ago. But yeah, I would use some of it maybe to upgrade our school, you know, the school I'm currently at right now. There's some things that could be updated. The green walls, sorry, I'm not a fan of the green walls. You know, I think I love everything else about our school, but the green walls just gotta go. Sorry, you know, love to update that. But other things too, more serious, you know, make sure technology's there, make sure materials are there for everybody, make sure nobody needs anything, you know, that all the wants or all the needs are taken care of. Also, get back to a college that I attended. Yes, I said a college. I attended a few, but you know, again, that's life. But any school I went to, whether it be a college or my elementary school, junior high, or middle school, sorry, dating myself there, and high school, you know, those kind of things. So I think I would do what most people would do, is just take care of those things, and I would actually, you know, probably invest some, because I would want to make sure my family's taken care of in the future, you know. So I'd want to make sure that they don't need anything, that they're all taken care of, you know. Got that money, so might as well put it to good use. So I hope that's a good answer. I don't know. But again, thank you, Ms. Chebney, and thank you, Felicity, and thank you, Chevelle, for sending me some questions. Now, I need more questions for next time, guys. So make sure you get your questions in, and I will see you next time. Bye, guys.